So I just got finished listening to this live stream with Conscious Lee and CJ, and they were debating about electoral politics and whether or not people should participate in electoral politics. And, they talked about the idea of revolutionary change. And the guy, CJ, is a Marxist, radical, and basically he's all about revolution and fundamental change to society, and he doesn't believe in electoral politics. He thinks that it's pointless. And consciously was talking about his difference of opinion, like he supports electoral politics for practical and intelligence reasons. And the guy CJ was criticizing Conscious Lee for interviewing Jasmine Crockett because she supports the Zionist state of Israel. He also criticized Conscious Lee for taking photographs with Joe Biden, and he criticized Conscious Lee for supporting Kamala Harris. And I just want to take some time to share my quick thoughts about this whole thing. First of all, I think that guy CJ, I think his worldview is unrealistic, impractical, and at the end of the day, is counterproductive and actually counter revolutionary. Because it's one thing to have all these great theories about revolution and radical change in society, but at the end of the day, if you are basically discouraging people from participating in the electoral process, and you yourself are not participating in the electoral process, ultimately you are empowering the most right wing fascist elements of society. And that's what we see with the election of Donald Trump. And the other thing is this, man. These people that take this extremist approach where they say the Democrats and Republicans are essentially one and the same, they are ignoring fundamental differences between Democrats and Republicans. Fundamental differences. Now, there are some similarities in terms of foreign policy, for instance. Unfortunately, both of the parties support Israel and all that kind of stuff, offer Israel unconditional support. And that is something that's despicable. And I share CJ and Conscious Lee's objections to any support of Israel in light of what's going on in Gaza. So I get that, but there are fundamental differences between the two parties. One party just passed this quote unquote big, beautiful bill that cuts SNAP benefits, that, restricts Medicaid and Medicare. And as a result of the action of the Republicans, our insurance premiums are going to skyrocket. Our health insurance premiums will skyrocket. And then when you look at the assault on diversity, equity, and inclusion, you look at the assault on voting rights, all being engineered and directed by Republicans. It is absolutely absurd to suggest that the parties are one and the same. When you look at what Donald Trump is doing to undermine consent decrees that were entered with police departments to end discriminatory policing practices, and you compare that to the Obama administration that implemented these consent decrees, it's a night and day difference. It's a night and day difference. When you look at the positions of the justices appointed by the two different parties, there are fundamental differences. And I just think that it is irresponsible and reckless to suggest that both of the parties are the same. And it's just factually incorrect. And that's one of the biggest points that guy CJ is missing. That's one of the big things that he doesn't understand. And he kept citing all these books and all these authors and all that kind of stuff. It's great to have all this political theory in your head. It's great to be able to cite books and all that kind of stuff. But knowledge is not the same as wisdom. And this young man, even though he has all this book knowledge, the fact of the matter is he lacks wisdom. He lacks it. Because he kept talking about like creating your own solutions to different problems. Like, for instance, with the people that need food assistance, the people that depend on SNAP, that may go without because of the actions of these Republicans. He wants to say, well, we just need to have our own little programs to feed the people. The fact of the matter is that's a long-term objective. That doesn't address the immediate needs of families that are without food, that are without medical care. It doesn't address their immediate needs. And, while he touts the Black Panther Party and all that stuff, and rightfully so, I have great respect and admiration for the Black Panther Party. The fact of the matter is, even the Black Panther Party in their later years participated in electoral politics. Even like a radical like Eldridge Cleaver ran for office, and Bobby Seale ran for office. They understood the importance of controlling policy. Even Malcolm X, who is the standard bearer of black militancy, that brother talked about the ballot or the bullet. It is just foolish to give up one of the tools in our arsenal to affect some kind of change. Even if it's incremental change, it is still important change. It is foolish to just give up that one tool and just turn over the reins of government to the most radical right-wing elements in society. That's foolhardy. It's irresponsible, and there's nothing revolutionary about that. In fact, that's counter-revolutionary.